Hey, what's up, guys? Hope you're doing good. So, in this video, we'll be talking about LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I'll be walking you through the whole platform and I'll be teaching you how you can use it to find the right leads, the people or the companies that you're looking for. I'll also tell you how you can scrape LinkedIn Sales Navigator and find the email addresses to contact those people. So, this video is for people who are in cold emails, outbound, recruiting, B2B sales. So, let's get started. So first thing first, Sales Navigator is a paid tool from LinkedIn and you have to buy like a monthly subscription. So if you're like new to it, you can actually just go to your for business and you will have an option here that says for more leads and you will have a symbol like this. So you can just click on that and you can try SalesNav 1 month for free, which will give you enough experience and like enough data to just get started. So when I click on SalesNav, another dashboard will open up. Now, this is how SalesNav look. It's very simple. So here you have lead filter, which is basically like people's filter. So if you're familiar with Apollo, it's going to be very easy. So this is lead filter. This is basically people's filter. And then account filter is for just companies. Now, let's first go with lead one. So it's very simple. It's not like that hard. First, you have to understand what type of people you're trying to reach out to. What are the type of people you want to scrape, right? So let's, for example, I want to scrape teams who are providing like mobile application or like IT consulting in US. Just taking this for a rough example. And then you have to take that ICP and then create the lead list based out of that. So for example, here is the current company, which basically means like if you want these people, your leads to work in a specific current company, you can just mention that company. You can find their LinkedIn page here and you can just include that. Now, headcount, you can choose here if you want those people to work in a company that have 1 to 10 employees, 11 to 50, 51 to 200, as you like, based on your ICP. Then you can also add past companies, which means where they used to work in the past. You can also add company types. You can also like select the company, public company, private company, non-profit, etc. I'll just choose this. Then you can choose company headquarter location, United States, or like a specific states in the United States, a city. You can just mention that here. You also have this option where you can just click on exclude and it will just exclude companies in that area, which is like very good. Now then you have like role. So you can choose the job function from here. Here are some examples. You want people from engineering, operations, sales. I'll just choose engineering for right now. And then you can also choose current job title. Like this is the title you're looking for. So for example, I'll just look for CTO. Okay, I'll just choose CEO. I'll also choose like CTO. And I would say VP of technology, VP of technology, vice president. Yeah. You can also have another, like you also have this exclude option, which you can use, which is great. So before you actually choose this, I would suggest to first choose the seniority level, right? So I want vice president, CXO, and directors. So you can choose it based on your ICP. And the best way to find ICP, like if you're someone new and you don't know like how to build this list or what, best suggestion I can give you is just go to ChatGPT, tell it that you're using LinkedIn Sales Navigator and tell it what type of people you're trying to find and just give it details about like you want people who are working in companies which is based in here, this employee count segment, and just tell it and it will give you a proper list. I won't say a list, it would just give you like a detailed summary of the sales nav filter and you can just read that and just choose options from here and you will just get your list. So that's the best thing. If you're a starter, you should try that. Then past job titles, if you want this, you can add like they need to be working as this specific job title in the past. You can just add here. You can also choose like years in the company if they're working for. You can also choose like if they're working in a company for, let's say, 1 to 2 years, 3 to 5. Because if you don't want them to be just like fresh or like, someone who's just recently appointed, you want someone who's just been working there, you can just use this option. And you got more here, then you got geography. So this is personal, which means like this is related to the person, like the lead we're looking for. So if you choose a location here, then these people come up, it's going to be their location, because most of the time you will get the leads here. It's not like they won't be based out of United States specifically. Like it doesn't matter their location, because here we have choose like company location, so it will just give this list based on the company. But when you choose here that no, you just want people who are also based in US and also work in like your US companies, then it will just give you a list of people who are working in the US or based in US, I mean. And you can also choose like their industry from here, and health insurance. I don't use that. Company one is enough. Then you have like first name, last name, years of experience. Like there are a few things which are not really that much important, but it really comes down to like specific use and the lead list you're trying to create. Now, another thing here, you have buyer's intent. It's not really that useful until unless you're just following a lot of people on like your personal LinkedIn. But I don't think anyone's doing that much specific. But if you do, this is a great option. Now, you also have like very good features in which you can just find out like if they have recently changed their job. For example, if I click here, it will just give you a list that people have like recently promoted or recently like changed their job. So which is very good. And you can also have a filter, you also have a filter where you can just get a list for people who have just recently posted, which is great. Like if you want to build like a very high intent list, this is nice. So these are the options available when you build like a lead list of people. Another thing here is like you have persona. So I didn't talk about it. I'll just tell you quick. Persona is basically like you create a character or like the persona of that like character, like a persona of that person that you're trying to reach out. So if you click on persona and you create a new persona, you can just name that persona, because I don't know about your business, what you do, but like you always have an ICP, right? That you want to just hire that specific type of people. So you can just name a persona and you can just add the function, the people that you want to scrape, the lead list, you want to build those types of people. Then you can add their seniority level, that they need to be directors or VP or someone like experienced manager. Then you can choose their current job title, then geography. So basically what happens, like once you create that persona, so rather than doing all this, just selecting and then coming up here and just doing all that, you can just come up here and you can just click on persona and then add that persona here. I don't have any, but when you do, it will just, what will happen is like you don't have to choose this, and like you don't have to choose this. It will just automatically pick from your persona. So it saves you a lot of time, but what I would suggest is just do it manually. It's way better. It will give you more accurate, because it's just like, it's a good feature, but I don't really use it, to be honest. Now we're done with the lead list. Now let's go to accounts. So this is account filter. So here you will only get companies, right? You won't get people. So what will happen is like you will get companies here. You can create a lead list of those companies, and then you can use that companies to find people in that working in that companies, right? So I'll also tell you about that. So first is annual revenue. Just understand this. This is not very accurate. This is just assumption. So I don't really trust it. You can choose headcount here. Then you have company headcount growth. So basically, like the company employees are increasing. It's like tracking everything. So you can create like 10% and we'll just give you the companies that this year increase their headcount by 10%, which is a really good feature, because if they are increasing their employees, then they're growing. So it's really good for creating like a high intent lead list. Then you have headquarters. I would just choose United States. As I said before, you can also choose like countries and you can exclude that, and just same for the state. You can just choose a specific one, exclude that, Now you can also choose in that I'll just choose like IT services and consulting, right? Then you can also have number of followers, like how many followers these companies have on their pages, the department headcount. You can just give like minimum to maximum here. You can also choose like the specific department, that specific department's growth, which is like very pinpoint. So you can choose here depending on your ICP. And I think one of the best features I like here on Sales Nav is like you have this option where it says like hiring on LinkedIn and inside job opportunities. So now you have all these leads who are hiring on LinkedIn, and these are like very high intent because these people are hiring, which means they're going, and you can just pitch them. So it's very good. I'll remove this for now. Recent activities, you also have a couple of options like if they're recently funded in the last 12 months, seen a leadership change. So I'll just show you like both options quick. So it will just filter those companies and give you this kind of. And another thing is saved accounts. Look, okay, so before I go to save accounts, let me just tell you about building the lead list. So what you can do is like build a lead list. For example, you can just choose leads from here, 1, 2, 3. You can also choose like all, right? And you can create a lead list using, just click on save to list. Now, if you have any lead list, you can just select from here like this and will just add there or not. Then you can just create a lead list like this. You can name it, give it a description, and it will add there. Now, one of the bad thing about LinkedIn Sales Navigator is like it's hard to like scrape it, right? So I'm just gonna unsave this because I don't really want that. I already have lead list. So this is how you build the lead list. And once you have the lead list, what you can do is like, so you have this very nice option here which says account list. So what you can do is like you can just select your lead list. So what happened is like, let's say you created a new list and you don't want that your new list have same companies as your old list that you created. So you can just choose your old list and just click on exclude. So all those companies will be excluded from this new lead list. So, it just saves you from duplicates. So that's how it works. Now, it happens this like it works the same for like lead filter also. So you can just like create leads here and just choose the list. Let me just show you quick. Counts 750. Okay, so you can just scroll down and you have this option called lead list or account list. Like depends on you. If you create a list based on the like these people here, it will call it a lead list. If you create a list of companies, then it will be called a account list. So this is like the difference between the lead list and account list. So we created a company list, so I will be choosing from the account list. So if you click on here, you can just choose like, okay, for example, this list, you can just click on exclude. So anyone working in those companies will be excluded from this list. That's how it works. Another thing is like, let's say you create a lead list and now you want to use that specific lead list and you want to find leads, like the people from that list only. So what you can do then is just come to your Sales Navigator lead list, which is like the people list. I'm sorry if I'm just saying this again and again because I don't want you to get confused. Now, when you come up here, you have all these options. All you have to do is just click on this current company. And when you click on that, just choose, you will have this account list option here. Then just choose the list that you created. For example, I just created this list. I'll just click that. Now, all the people that are working in that exact companies will come up here. That's it. So this is the best thing now. It's giving 130K because I haven't choose any title or anything, right? So when I do this, I choose the titles, the function, seniority. I will find the people I'm looking to find. So that's how it works. Another thing is like, let's say you have multiple lead lists and you don't want all of them to get messed up or you won't want duplicates. So you can just come up here and just click on exclude. For example, I have 2 US lists. I can just click on exclude. So it will make sure this list, any people from this list doesn't come in and it's all fresh. So this is a very good and great feature. So this is how LinkedIn Sales Nav works. And another thing I forgot to mention that when you create these types of lists, it won't let you, so I haven't created any lead list, right? I have account list. just like I told you before. So whenever you create that, what happened? It won't let you add more than 25 people at once. So if you have a lead list of, let's say, 2,000 people, you just have to like literally manually go click on the next and just do this manually and add like all those 2,000 leads into your list. Now this is annoying, but like there's no automation you can do here, because if you, even if you use some, let's say, Chrome extension, set up some automation, they have so many things in the background that just tracks every click and stuff. They might block your account. So you just have to do it manually, which sucks. But anyways, so this is how LinkedIn Sales Nav work, and this was the complete tutorial about it. Now let's get to the second thing, which was like how you can scrape this lead list, right? So to scrape this lead list, you simply go to Appify, right? There's an actor in Appify which is called LinkedIn Sales Navigator scraper. So basically you just have to use this scraper and you can just find your lead list. You can scrape your lead list. So for example, lead list, I have this lead list. You just have to copy this URL and copy the URL from the people's tab, copy that, and then you just come here and just paste that, right? And just make sure you use the same scraper, which is from Curious Coder. It costs like $40 a month. You can also get a 1-day free trial. So yeah, here you have to paste your cookies, you have to paste your user agent, and then you can choose options here if you want to scrape full company profile pages or just stop on rate limit. It depends on you, because if you scrape like full profile pages, it takes even more longer, but I think that's the best way. So here you have to paste your cookies. How will you get your cookies? Just go to your Google Chrome web store and just look for like any cookie editor, just like this. And then when you click on that cookie editor, it will open up like this, and then you just have to like export everything as JSON and then just come up here and just paste. So what will happen is like it will connect to your account, and once it does, it will just start scraping using your account. Now make sure you don't scrape very frequently, right? And you don't scrape like a very big lead list at a time. And here on LinkedIn, you will just get like 2,500 leads max per search. It won't give you more than that. That's how it just works. Then you have to just create second segment if you're targeting a really big audience. All right, so this is how it works. And once you get that lead list, you're not done. You get that list, you also have to find emails. So what you can do is like you can just choose this LinkedIn scraper and you can find the email addresses. Now, when you do that, you will get email addresses, but there still will be some accounts from where you won't get email addresses. In that case, what you can do is you can just use like an email finder. Once you find those addresses, make sure to verify the lead list before you send emails. Use a million verifier or any other software you use, but just make sure to verify. So, all right. This was the video about LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I hope it was helpful. And if you're not following me on LinkedIn, please do. So if you're a business owner and you need help to book consistent 2 to 3 meetings per month, then click on the link in the description and book a time with me. We can talk there. I only work on commission basis. And thanks for watching this video. I hope you like it, and see you in the next one.